For 28 years and even a little bit before that, I've worked out of the home. And it's tough for people. We've with COVID, a lot of people ended up working from home and really found the comfort and found their pace there. But it's also it takes some discipline. It takes some ability to say focus on the business, particularly when you have kids in the household or even dogs. It's how do you keep them happy while still staying focused within your work. Luckily, for my situation, it's never been a 9 to 5, so I can get work done at 10 o'clock at night, because in the middle of the day I went to a soccer match, or the middle of the day I took my dogs for a walk, or whatever it is. So we were lucky in that aspect, but working from home is a challenge. I had a friend who, in his early career, he and I were both about the same time in our careers, and he was working out of home. I had an office I went to, and I went to the office in jeans and a t-shirt. He went down to his office, which was in his home, in a suit and a tie, and he went into his office and closed the door. And to him, putting on the suit and tie got his mind in the right mindset. I'm working. I'm formally working. I'm not taking care of the kids. I'm not doing the dishes. I'm not taking the dogs for a walk. I'm not worried about preparing my car. I have to do that in my private time. Right now I'm working. And getting the suit on was his way to get into the right mindset. It also told the children, hey, he's got a suit on. He's working. We can't disturb him. Now, he became very successful and built his business from his working out of his home to an entrepreneur, and sold his business and been very successful with it. But in the early stages of his career, his mindset was, I have to focus. I can't distract myself. I have to focus on the business, even though I'm working at home. In my career, I've only had TV on twice, maybe 3 times. And well, 2 occurring occasions and 1 time occasion. The first occasion was during the Columbine massacre, and that was happening at the time. I had a contract with a company out of Denver, so I was tied to it, and I turned the TV on to watch what was going on. I wasn't home for 9/11. I was actually in Las Vegas at the time, so I wasn't working, so wouldn't have turned the TV on. But if I had been home, I would have turned TV on, because that was also a life-changing event. And then the third time, or the second time, which however you want to look at it, that I've watched TV during the day is for the College World Series. I'm an Oregon State Beaver. We've been in the College World Series several times. Sometimes their games are on at noon or whatever, because they're playing on the East Coast, they're playing someplace else. So I'll have the game on, or I'll record it and watch the game later. I have ADD, so it's great, because I can work, I can type, I can read, and the TV can be on with it, particularly with sports. And in a baseball game, you don't have to watch every play. You just have to go, oh, wait, they just scored, or he hit. Football's, same type of situation. You can be working and have the game on, or I can be working and have the game on. And if I need to pause it and go back, I can do that sitting here at my desk. But other than that, keeping the TV off, keeping focused. If you need to wear a suit, do it. One of the things we've tried to do is, when you get up in the morning, it's a challenge, because when I get up in the morning, I want to come downstairs and get on my computer and answer the emails that come in overseas. Because in the morning, all the people from overseas are reaching out to me. So a lot of times I'll do that before getting dressed. The problem is, I find myself then at 1 o'clock going, I haven't eaten and I haven't gotten dressed. And at 1:30, I go up and take a shower, and that's not good. We've tried to set it up so that before we come downstairs, you take a shower, you get ready, and then when you come downstairs, you don't always go upstairs, which is a tough situation too, because I have some medications I'm supposed to take in the middle of the day. And if I don't go upstairs, I don't do it. But it keeps it to where we're focused on the work and can do it even though we're working out of the home. It's challenging with dogs, because dogs can't see that I have a tie on, like my friend. They come into the office, and we've got an older one, and she'll come in and she'll just woof, woof, and you get just a minute, I got to shut my dog up. Or they come in at certain times of the day and stare at you because it's 4 o'clock, and that's the time we take them for a walk. But again, my business works out well. I can take them at 4 o'clock, come back and work it from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 or whatever. Not everybody has that luxury. Sometimes if you're interacting with customers and customer service, you can't be gone between 4 and 5 because your dog wants to go for a walk. So you have to balance things. Balance between life and work, and particularly when you're working out of the home, is something everybody has to adjust to based on what works for them. And what works for me, it was different from what worked for my friend. If I had to get up every morning and put a suit and tie on, put a tie on to put my mindset into the fact that I was in business, that wasn't me. That wasn't the style. That wasn't what I was doing. But for him, it was the style. And it's what he wanted to accomplish. You have to do what's right for you. What fits you? What fits your family? And remember, the charm dance principles come into all that.